What's up everyone, welcome back. The Lakers have had a roller coaster ride of a year to say the least, but one bright spot amid all of it has been the play of Malik Monk. Not only was he the primary reason for their comeback victory over the New York Knicks, but he has all around been playing great for them lately. During their past 5 games, Monk has been averaging over 22 points per game, and he has done it while being the most efficient 3-point shooter on their team. Monk has been attempting 9 3-point shots per game during that time, and has somehow been able to connect on over 44% of them, and when you consider the difficulty of some of those shot attempts, that is when you can really begin to appreciate how well he has been shooting. He has often been referred to as a microwave scorer, and I think we can all agree on that at this point. Monk does not take long to heat up, and oftentimes can be the difference between the Lakers winning or losing. But exactly why has he been so good for the Lakers, and what has allowed him to flourish in his new role in LA? We'll talk about all of that in today's video, and why I believe that Malik Monk has become what the Lakers have needed. Though, if you could take the time to drop a like on the video, I really would genuinely appreciate it, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have not already. But without further ado, now onto the video, and going back to what has allowed Malik Monk to thrive in his new role, there is not really one thing alone that you can point to. Beginning with a very basic approach to answering that question, he has simply gotten more playing time and opportunity. Monk is currently averaging the most minutes per game of his entire career by far. He has been getting to play around 27 minutes per game on average throughout the year, and has even been included in their starting lineup multiple times already too. In fact, he has already started more games for the Lakers this year compared to his entire career thus far, because he had only ever started in one game before becoming a Laker. During his time in Charlotte, it took him a couple of years to become a regular part of their rotation. He had a rather irregular role there for the first few years of his career, and largely due to not being a consistent player. However, he has now proven to be capable of doing that, and he has been rewarded with more playing time than ever before. He has actually been averaging over 30 minutes per game during their past 10 games. He has clearly earned the trust of Frank Vogel, and he is now able to play more freely because of it. And for a guy like Malik Monk, who can be a bit sporadic, he needs that kind of freedom to thrive. He has not been limited to any one kind of role with their team. They are simply letting him play his game, which involves everything between being a primary ball handler, being a playmaker for himself and others, playing on the ball, playing off the ball, and more. Again, he has not been relegated to any one kind of role with their team, and I believe that has been huge for his growth as a player, but that has only been one reason for why he has been so productive for them. Another one though would have to be from his evolution as more of a two-way player. Now, I am not saying that Malik Monk has become an elite defender or anything like that, but he has definitely become a respectable one. And whether you want to evaluate that by looking at basic numbers, advanced numbers, or by simply using the eye test, they would all confirm his improvement on defense. He is currently averaging the most steals and block shots per game of his entire career, along with the highest defensive win shares and defensive box plus minus ratings to go along with it. All of that points toward his evolution as a defender, and it has really come down to his improved commitment, which I think can be credited to Frank Vogel. Say what you want about Frank Vogel as an overall coach, but one thing you do need to give him credit for is getting the absolute most out of his role players on defense. Frank Vogel has been able to turn a once below average defender in Malik Monk to one who can now be regarded as a respectable one. There are even times when I'm watching him play and think to myself, wow, Malik Monk is actually looking like a very good defender right now. And there is no way in hell I would have ever thought that for more than one play during his time with the Hornets. Monk has taken a big leap forward on defense, and it has contributed to his increased playing time. He has always had the athletic ability to be a good defender, but he never committed to becoming one until now, and unlocking that part of his game has allowed him to make a bigger impact defensively than many thought he could. But even after pointing out his improved defense and expanded role with their team, there is still more behind why he has been so important to them. And in my opinion, perhaps the number one reason why he has been so great with them happens to be his fit on their team. Now that may come as a bit of a surprise to you, but let me explain why I think that. For one, like I mentioned before, Malik Monk can play on or off the ball and can even be a playmaker for others at times too, but up until joining the purple and gold, he was not really allowed to do any of that. The Charlotte Hornets often limited him to a smaller role and had him focus primarily on being a scoring threat off the bench, but the Lakers have finally allowed him to play freely on the court. During their time with the Lakers, LeBron and Anthony Davis have not really had a guy like Malik Monk up until this point. They have had role-playing teammates who can play on or off the ball, but not really any who can do both like Malik Monk. And that has allowed Malik Monk to thrive on their team. It's really been what the Lakers have been looking for a couple of years now. They have been desperately trying to find a player who can alleviate the on-ball duties off LeBron, but at the same time, one who can also fit well on the court with him too. It's why they have traded for a point guard in each of the past 2 years. They wanted both Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook to be able to play into that role. Unfortunately though, they did not take how each of them would fit off the ball into enough consideration. Both Russ and Schroeder have proven to be poor off-ball players, and not the type who typically fit well on the court with LeBron. I mean, sure, they can alleviate some of the playmaking pressure off LeBron at times, but then again, they kind of negate that by being a poor off-ball fit with him. However, that is not the case for Malik Monk, and it's almost a bit laughable that a minimum contract player has been able to play into that role better than either one of Dennis or Russ. No, Malik Monk may not be the perfect player, and he is definitely not an ideal secondary playmaker for them at times, but he has proven to be a far better fit on the court with LeBron than Russ could probably ever hope to be. Far too often, we underestimate how players fit on the court together. Rather, we tend to become infatuated with the numbers that they put up or their big name and automatically believe that they will make a team better. But sometimes, that is the opposite of what you should be looking for, and Malik Monk is proving that right now. He is currently making under $2 million this year, but yet is playing like a guy who is worth $20 to $30 million for them right now. In conclusion though, I think that a combination of increased playing time and opportunity, freedom to play into his own game, his improved defense, and most importantly, his fit on the court with LeBron and Anthony Davis has been why Malik Monk has been so great for their team. But with that will conclude my thoughts on why Malik Monk has been what the Lakers were looking for. And what do you guys think? How important do you think Monk has been to their team? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below and we can talk about it there. But before you go, I would like to invite you to join the official Discord for the channel. If you like NBA and Laker-related debates and news updates, then I guarantee you would enjoy it. And if you want to join, be sure to click the link on the video or in the description down below. And if you want additional NBA content from me on YouTube, head over to my second channel called JSM Plus. I make videos about the entire NBA over there, so if you think you might enjoy that, make sure to check it out. That will do it for this video though. Big thank you to everyone who took the time to watch until the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.